Hello, Libras. Welcome to your weekly reading. I hope that you guys are all doing well. I do apologize that this reading is coming a little bit later than usual. Um, Life just got a little bit chaotic today and over the weekend, as I'm sure you guys understand and know. So, this reading is going to be a little bit different. We're just going to put the focus on you. It's not necessarily going to be about love, but of course, if the message comes out, if I feel guided to talk about love, then I will. But please just take what resonates and leave the rest, Libra. Not every message is necessarily going to resonate with each and every Libra, and that's okay. So we're going to start with messages from your spirit guides, from your animal spirit guides deck. And it is on Amazon for those of you interested in purchasing this deck. Okay. 4 cards for Libra, please. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Libra, you got Seagull. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. Platypus. Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. Spider. Trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. We have Cardinal. The polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance, so do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. Okay, so Libra, I almost feel like this card with the platypus card, it's almost giving the energy that you guys are ungrateful for things that are going on. I think that you guys are kind of dwelling on all the negative aspects that are going on in your life. When things don't go necessarily right, you tend to focus on that instead of things that are going well in your life and focusing on the blessings that you do have currently. It does look like you guys really went through something that was emotionally traumatic for you, and now you guys do need to heal from that, and that I'm sure that pertains to a relationship or some type of a life event that was something that was either unexpected or, like I said, traumatizing. That can be anything. Of course, you guys can kind of understand what I mean by anything, and I don't really necessarily want to get into the topics because they are kind of trigger warnings with that, but for some of you that might resonate with, right? So I feel like for some of you, you are kind of out of balance with your spirituality and your 3D realm right now. The material goods might be kind of overpowering right now, and just the mundane aspect of the physical realm. So, I'm sorry. Okay, for some of you, I think that you just need to find the balance, but I feel like that balance won't come until you do the healing that you need here. So for some of you, I feel like you will be able to kind of overcome whatever happened to you through a creative outlet such as writing. Some of you might write a book. Some of you might write blogs about this information. You might start YouTube channels, just do different things to be creative to get your message across and to actually talk about these events. I feel like once you do, you're going to be able to help a lot of people and yourself heal from the trauma that was experienced here. So I don't necessarily know what it was. There's just different things coming to me, but of course, being respectful, I don't want to talk about all that. But yeah, I think just doing that will be very beneficial to you. Some of you guys might start writing music. Some of you might start singing about things that happened to you. Just, I feel like you guys need to express yourselves in a comfortable space without judgment. And, I feel like that would just be helpful for a lot of you. Get heavy energy just reading that part. So, okay, we're going to move on. So this deck is called A Soul's Journey. And though too, the trauma that you experience could just be like childhood trauma that has been unresolved. And, I feel like for some of you, for you to kind of navigate through that, you do need to write about it and share it with other people. Obviously, not many people like to share their dirty laundry or things that have happened to them in the past, but a lot of people do have similar stories, similar backgrounds, and I just feel like you sharing your experiences is going to help so many people, Libra. So please just take that into consideration. So what does Libra need to work on? What does Libra need to work on? Okay. Okay, Libra. There's nothing that really stands out for me right now. Everything is pretty much reversed. So we have relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. We have balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world and I do so without judgment. And then we had abundance, which was reverse but kind of crossing. So I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. I'll keep it crossing. So obviously, Libra, these are items that you do need to work on, but I think that you are already working on them. So what I was telling the other signs was that all the cards that come out are technically things that you need to work on. However, the cards that were upright were the ones I think should be the main focus at this point, just because I feel like the reversals are things that you are kind of already trying to master. Of course, there is always room for improvement, right? So for some of you Libras, I do think you have an issue with, manifesting for some of you. So I think it's just hard for you to understand that, how do I put this? That you can kind of create your own reality. Okay, yes. So I feel like some of you understand the concept, but you are having a hard time executing. So for some of you, I feel like maybe those who've gone through like a spiritual awakening, for some of you, it was easy for a little while to manifest and get the things that you wanted. But now you're realizing that it is starting to get a little bit harder. But I do feel like it's because you're not doing the inner work. It's because you're not healing some trauma within you that is still deeply rooted. So you might not even know that you have this trauma still inside of you that you haven't really explored. So I think it's just a matter of you guys really going within and really looking at yourself and really digging down deep to be able to heal those inner wounds for you and then get the abundance and the lifestyle that you want. So, for you, Libras, I think that some of your relationships you guys do need to use a little bit more discernment when it comes to some of these relationships that you are involved in. But I do feel like sometimes you guys do have an issue with your pride and balancing out your energies between masculine and feminine and maybe just your emotions. And a healthy light, which is something that a lot of us do struggle with. So, I just feel like it all stems down to that wound that I feel like has not been addressed. You might find yourself getting angry or irritated with, people not doing things the way that you would like them to, but that's you operating in your ego, not in your higher self. So I think that's just you kind of being able to recognize and filter when you are on when you're in a low vibrational state and a high vibrational state. We fluctuate day in and day out by just different things that happen in our lives. So it's understandable, but you do need to find a balance between both. Okay, what are the self-care cards that Libra needs to work on this week? Okay, perfect. So you have choice. Worry less about making the right choice and more about being strong enough to handle any outcome. Elevate, then we have self-worth. You get what you believe you deserve. It's time to raise your standards. Feelings. Healing beings with feelings. Be gentle with yourself and tender with your heart. So yeah, Libra, that's kind of what I was talking about. I feel like by you being able to find an outlet for you to express yourself, your self-worth increases. It elevates here. I feel like by you being able to express your feelings and everything that has happened to you in your life, especially if you came from like a rough childhood or things of that sort, I think it's going to speak to people. Obviously it is information that is going to require some form of compassion, obviously for you and other people, especially if there are like situations that are not ideal that happened for you and other people. You obviously need to come with a compassionate component to it. Like if you're dealing with mental health, sexuality, abuse of any sort, things of that, right? So I feel like some of you are definitely going to find that to be your creative outlet, just writing things down, maybe sharing just little tidbits of these inserts that you make, and then that could be a game changer for you and just improve your self-worth and make you more appreciative of your life, I guess I could say. So for some of you, I think you are struggling when it comes to certain situations. You're trying to figure out the best way to go about things. Again, we have the card where we were talking about like the emotional healing, but I feel like that might pertain to an actual person, a love interest, where you are confused about, making the right decision when it comes to them. But I feel like you just need to be okay with the outcome. So if you end up with the person, you're okay with that. If you don't, you're okay with that. You learned the lessons that you needed to learn, and you had that growth that you needed to have. And I feel like you guys are just getting into that mindset where that is the main focus and the goal here. So that is all I have for you, Libras. If you like this reading, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, Libras.